A very good day to you. It's a windy day on the farm, and we're expecting a bit of rain this afternoon. I want to speak to you about mercy. You know, Joseph in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 42, he was the man with the coat of many colors. He was his dad's favorite, remember, and his brothers sold him off to some Arab traders because they were jealous of him. And then eventually he became prime minister of Egypt. And then Jacob and his family, an extended family, ran out of food, and they came to Egypt to buy food. Do you remember that story? And of course, Joseph saw them, and he was very, very emotional. Genesis chapter 42, and from verse 24. And he turned himself away from them and wept. They didn't know that it was their brother. They thought he had died, see? He recognized them, and of course he could understand their language. But he spoke through an interpreter to the brothers. And then he returned to them again, and he talked with them, and he took Simeon from them and bound him before their eyes. And then Joseph gave a command to fill their sacks with grain, to restore every man's money to his sack, and give him provisions for the journey. Thus he did for them, and so they loaded their donkeys with grain and departed from there on their way back home. But as one of them opened his sack to give his donkey feed at the encampment, he saw that his money was there, and there it was at the mouth of the sack. So he said to his brothers, "My money has been restored, and there it is in my sack." And then their hearts failed them, and they were afraid, saying to one another, "What is this that God has done to us?" You see, they thought, they didn't realize that their brother had given them their money back. He had extended mercy, even though they'd sold him off into slavery. And I remember eventually he got his little brother Benjamin, and he couldn't contain himself. It's very touching for me. He had to keep walking away because he started crying. They didn't know who he was. They were petrified of him because he was the second most powerful man in Egypt, which ruled the world in those days. But God was with Joseph and gave Joseph favor. And then Joseph extended mercy to his brothers. He could have had them all killed, but he didn't. What about you? How good has God been to you? Yeah, but Angus, you know, when I was young, you know, my brothers and my sisters were unkind to me, or my folks never gave me a chance. But look what you've got today, sir. Don't you think it's time for you also to extend mercy? Even myself. God has blessed me with many things. He's given me good health. He's given me a lovely wife. He's given me 5 children, 11 grandchildren. He's given me 27 adopted children. God has been good to me. I need to be good to others, irrespective of what they did to me when I first arrived on this farm and there was nothing here. And they looked at me as if I was some kind of traveler, some kind of a gypsy. But those are long gone, those days. I even laugh about them because God has blessed us. These cattle and horses belong to my sons. And my other son grows sugarcane, and the other one grows strawberries and kiwi fruit. The other one does timber contracting, and we all live together. And at Christmas time, we're all together. How rich am I? I too must extend mercy to those that have maybe not given me mercy in the early days. That's what Joseph did for his brothers. He loved them, and of course his father and his little brother Benjamin. Until next time, be merciful. Goodbye.